I have here a very important saying of Honen Shonin that I would like to present to you and discuss it together. So, Honen Shonin said, if you think that birth in the Pure Land is possible through your own efforts, you will become consumed with conceit that you are wise. When you possess this heart of conceit, you will not be in accord with the primal vow, and you will lose the protection of Amida Buddha as well as that of other Buddhas. You are ultimately haunted by malevolent spirits. I here repeat, be vigilant indeed against conceit. So you can become consumed with conceit that you are wise. You know, sometimes we also find a saying in Jodo Shinshu to doubt the wisdom of the Buddha. What do you guys think it means to doubt the wisdom of the Buddha?
It's what a lot of Buddhists do. Thich Nhat Hanh is a perfect example. He didn't take his refuge vows very seriously. He said you can be a Catholic or Muslim or an atheist and still be a good Buddhist. And that's the thing. If you take the Dharma seriously, then it's something that you live your life by. If you don't take the Dharma seriously, then it's just another New Age experiment. It's something to play around with and not take seriously. And
Yeah,
so we see
it
Buddhas as real enlightened beings. We don't see them as myths. Um, that's how we in Jodo Shinshu view.
yes.
I mean,
Actually, yes, and to doubt the wisdom of the Buddhas is to play smart. To think you are smarter than the Buddha. And Joshin also gave the example of a fake master. Yes, it means to think that you can change the Dharma, that you can pick and choose what you like from the Dharma and reject what you don't like. That means you think you are smarter than the Buddha. You are so smart that you can't accept what Buddha said is true. Many people nowadays, many fake Buddhists nowadays, they because they are atheists and materialists, they deny rebirth, they deny life after death. They also deny the very existence of transcendental Buddhas and their pure land. So they are actually playing smart. They think they are smarter than the Buddha, who taught in various sutras about the existence of many transcendental Buddhas. They think they are smarter than Shakyamuni, who presented to us the story of Dharmakara becoming Amida Buddha in the larger sutra, who described in real terms the Pure Land. Shakyamuni said the Pure Land is true, that Amida Buddha is a real Buddha. Shakyamuni also showed Amida Buddha and the Pure Land to the audience who listened to his larger sutra on Vulture Peak. But no, these modernists think they are smarter than the Buddha. You see, oh no, that was not actually true. That is not was what Shakyamuni was actually wanted to say, and things like that. You know. Also, another way in which people doubt the wisdom of the Buddha is that when they listen to the primal vow, in which it is said that you have to entrust to Amida Buddha uh, and say his name in faith and wish to be born in his pure land. And when they hear about the fact that they have to entrust totally to the power of Amida, they still think that there is something they can do to help Amida help them. There is something inside themselves that they can use in order to be more certain of the birth in the Pure Land. So they think they are smarter than Amida. Amida said, entrust to me. That's it. That is, you have to entrust only to him, not to something that you think you have in yourself, like I don't know, so and so virtue. They don't listen to that, to what Amida said, entrust to me. They think they are smarter than Amida, and so they think that, oh, if I have this virtue or that virtue, I can be more certain of birth in the Pure Land, even if Amida said just entrust to me. Amida Buddha said, say my name. That is only his name. And still they think they are smarter than Amida and think, oh, I have to do something else, not just say the name. Saying the name is not enough. I have to do this or that in order to be born in the Pure Land. So they start mixing practices, as it is often met in various so-called Jodo Shinshu Sanghas. So these guys are people who think they are smarter than Amida. They doubt the wisdom of the Buddha. They doubt that Amida Buddha knows better than them how to save them. All the Buddhist practices are good, but in the case of Amida Buddha, he especially selected a practice for us to follow. And so from the myriads of practices that we could follow, Amida Buddha selected his name. So because he selected his name and asked us in his primal vow to say it, then we should do the same. That's it. Because Amida, from the myriad of practices, Amida selected his name as the best thing for us to do. So we agree that he knows better than us what we need. We doubt Amida's wisdom only when we think, no, that's not enough. When you think that what Amida said to do in his primal vow is not enough, then you doubt his wisdom. That is doubt. There is another expression that we can link with this, and it is no working is true working. What does it mean? It means that birth in the pure land of Amida Buddha is not your working. It does not depend on you, on what you do, on your so-called good deeds, or doesn't depend on your merits. So it's not your work, you see, it's not your design. Birth in the Pure Land is not what your design. So when you realize that birth in the Pure Land does not depend on you, then you are on the right path to the Pure Land. That's why no working is true working. That is not through your own effort, not through your own design, you will reach the Pure Land, but through Amida's power. That is a very important teaching in our tradition. And Honen Shonin said, know that Shinjin, or fate, is the true intent of the Pure Land teaching. When one has understood this, then here Shinran Shonin says, so know that Shinjin is the true intent of the Pure Land teaching. When one has understood this, then as our teacher Master Honen declared, other power means that no working is true working. Working that is negated is the calculating heart and mind of each practitioner. As long as one possesses a calculating mind, one endeavors in self-power. You must understand fully the working of self-power. So when you think that birth in the Pure Land depends on you, that is self-power. That is, you think you have to work towards birth in the Pure Land. As I always often say, Amida Buddha doesn't say that we should not try to be, I don't know, good father, good engineer, or whatever we want to achieve in samsara. But here, so Jodo Shinshu does not deny that we can be or try to be successful in our profession, you see. However, being a good engineer or a good doctor is not the same as being a Buddha. So becoming a Buddha through one's self-power is like you try to reach the moon with a bicycle, something like that, you see. So when we speak about self-power versus other power, we speak only in relation to the ultimate goal of attaining Buddhahood and birth in the Pure Land. Yes. Only in this matter of birth in the Pure Land, our calculations and mind categories do not apply. Our working doesn't matter. Yes. So it's we can design, some of us can design a good car perhaps, or a sophisticated engine, but we cannot design our birth in the Pure Land. That's very important. And here I have also another saying. Wait a second. From Shinran Shonin. Shinran Shonin says, other power means that no working is true working. Working that is negated is the practitioner's calculating and designing. Tathagata's primal vow surpasses conceptual understanding. It is a design of the wisdom of the Buddhas. It is not the design of foolish beings. No one can fathom the wisdom of the Buddhas, which surpasses conceptual understanding. Thus, the great teacher Honen said, no working is true working. My understanding has been that nothing apart from this realization is necessary for the attainment of birth into the Pure Land. Therefore, what others may say is of no concern to me. So it's very important this to know. We are like ignorant peasants who know nothing about flying technology. Yet we trust the pilot and jump on the board of a plane to be taken to various destinations if we need to go by plane. We do not know the exact technical um, details of flying technology, and we don't need to know that. Perhaps it's beyond. For example, it's impossible for me to understand how plane flies, but still I can trust the pilot and jump on the board of a plane. So we do not know, with our limited samsaric wisdom, the exact technical supernatural details of how the primal vow works, but we know that it works. We know by faith that it works. So we simply let Amida take us to his Pure Land. We don't need to know anything that a Buddha mind knows, but we trust the pilot. We trust Amida Buddha. That is very important. So only by abandoning any tendency to try to work our minds to attain birth in the Pure Land, which means not working, Amida can do his saving work on us. That is true working. So we do, not working refers to the fact that we do not think we have something in us that can help us be born in the Pure Land. And true working means that we know Amida, Amida's power is the one that will take us to the Pure Land. Amida does the work of our salvation. That is true working. You guys understand these terms? It's very important.
Matter of fact, I didn't receive Shinjin until I realized this fact. Like I said, my first exposure to Pure Land Buddhism was through Chinese Pure Land Buddhism, and it was about saying all these things and doing all these things, additional things, and being in the right mindset and having the perfect focus. And once I said, if Amida is real, if his Pure Land is real, and if he is the one that brings us to Shinjin, if this is true, then okay, Amida, I give it to you. And I just let it go. And I went and bowed before this altar and just gave myself and my karmic destiny up to Amida. And it wasn't long after that that I was cooking before going to work, and I realized I had Shinjin. I knew that Amida was real, his Pure Land was real. And It was the most amazing day of my life. But that's it. It's his power. It's not up to me because I can't do it. If I could bring myself to enlightenment, I would not need the grace of Amida to take me to the Pure Land. I would already be a Buddha.